What do you want to know? Do you want to know how to win sweepstakes? Well, my name's Carolyn, and I'm known as the contest queen, and I've taught others how to win millions of dollars in cash and prizes, and I can teach you how to be a winner too. And this is my monthly sweepstakes Q&A. Normally, it is the last Monday of the month. So what happened? Well, my months have gotten busier and busier and busier, and this month in October is one of the months that I teach all my classes. And so I've been busy setting all of those up. So if you want to learn one-on-one, I'm teaching RoboForm 101, where I walk you through all the different aspects of the program. I teach you, there's another class called How to Win on Social Media. We're going to talk about Instagram tonight because I have a theory as to why everybody's been getting blocked, and some have even had their accounts removed. I teach a class by Helene that's inspired by Helene Hadsel called Maneuvers for Wishcraft 2.0 because it's what she actually asked me to teach. And it's a live version of her book because some people learn better in other methods. I had taken the Silva method myself. I've read the book. I've done some live streams on this, and I personally learn way better in person than I do just from reading if it's a specific program like that. I love reading books, and I've learned a lot from books, but sometimes if it's a course style material, I do better if in-person's an option. And I teach sweepstakes for beginners because even though I come on here and do live streams and answer people's questions, and I have all these resources on my website and I give out information on my newsletter, some people, again, like I said, are still stuck. And so if I have them in the class, and the one thing, I was using Zoom in 2017 before everybody was using it. And I started using Zoom because I could share my screen and I could walk people through sweepstakes in real time. It's also one of the reasons I currently don't record any of the classes because I'm using current examples, and even 3 months from now, those examples would be kind of moot. Now I'm going to work on something eventually, I don't know when, to pre-record the classes and sell programs, but I've bought the rights to enough books to keep me busy till 2026. So I don't know how soon I will get to doing pre-recorded online courses. But because my live stream got bumped because I got so busy, and then last Friday, I had some really good things happen and some really crappy things happen, and I totally lost track of time. And then I realized on Monday when I was going to have the live stream that I never sent out the email, that I never pre-scheduled it. And I was so discombobulated that I said, forget it. We're going to do it later. So this month, it's going to be like when they have a blue moon. A blue moon means that there's 2 moons in one calendar month. So we're going to have like a blue sweepstakes Q&A because we're having one at the beginning of October and we're going to have another one at the end of October. And because of that, I didn't get any questions sent in advance. What I want to start with is the Instagram problem. And I'm not the only teacher to talk about it. If you subscribe to I Win Contest, you already know that Tom talked about this. I have talked about it on other occasions. But what's been happening at an unprecedented rate is the contests have remained the same. Companies are still doing giveaways on Instagram, and they're asking you to do the standard things, follow their account, like their post or reel, comment something, potentially tag a friend, depends on the giveaway, but tagging friends is quite popular, and share it to your stories, which, by the way, they always say you get a bonus entry. I don't believe that for a minute, because when I was running them for clients, you'd have to be checking like 3 times a day and then tracking all the stories in a spreadsheet. Now, they used to disappear in 24 hours. They don't seem to do that anymore. But having somebody manually track potentially thousands of stories is unrealistic. So I don't believe that they're doing that. I believe they're using something like Woobox, which has a comment picker option as one of their sweepstakes. Like if you sign up for Woobox, you're a marketer and you register for Woobox as a marketing tool, it can do coupons, it can do contests, it can do it's all for loyalty type programs, all different types of things. And so one of the options in that whole suite of offerings that Woobox has, one of them is a comment picker. So you can just go in and download all the comments from Instagram and then randomly pick, one winner and 5 backups or whatever you're doing. And it makes it really easy, but it's not collecting anything from stories. Anyway, back to what people are asking. So they're asking the standard things, but at an unprecedented rate, people are getting warnings. They're getting temporary bans that last anywhere from a few hours to several months to outright removal of their account. Like it runs the gamut. A lot of times what has been happening is it'll come up and say, you've been blocked for 7 days. And then it says, if you think this is wrong, appeal it. Because you've just said, hey, I think this post is awesome. And they're saying, yeah, that violates community guidelines. How? Please tell me. So you turn around, you appeal it. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. It's why a lot of sweepers have more than one account, because when one Instagram gets, they call it, we've been dubbing it Instagram jail. When one account goes into Instagram jail, you hop over to the next account. Now, it's not cheating, because when you're entering certain giveaways, you're only entering from one account. You're not entering from all of them. You enter from one. In case it gets blocked, you have a backup. That's it. There's no cheat, because you're not entering from both. You're entering from one. You're following the rules. But it's always good to have a backup account. In this case, now I currently don't, but I also have too many accounts. Like I have 3 business and 1 personal. I am not adding a 5th account. I will if required, but I don't enter Instagram enough. But the reason I think this is happening at an unprecedented rate is I believe that nobody is monitoring the accounts anymore. I believe it was a computer algorithm, and then it was monitored by people. And now I think when Meta turned on their AI, I think it's AI, and it is running amok. And it's not been calibrated to understand the difference between me tagging a friend to win a widget or, me commenting on something to win a whatnot. Like, it doesn't understand. And I don't know what the appeal, like if the appeals are actually going to people and they look at it and go, yeah, the computer made a mistake again, click. Or it's another level of AI that's reviewing the appeals. Like, because I've noticed that this has gone up, and I really do believe it's when Meta turned on AI, and I think their AI is monitoring all the accounts, which is why I think we're having this really big problem with people being blocked on Instagram. And it's going to be interesting to see, because this is the first week of October. We're less than 8 weeks away from sweepstakes season. And it's been starting sooner and sooner. Like, I've noticed companies doing, 12 days of giveaways early. And actually, Amazon is doing their 7 days of giveaways for Prime right now. And then a lot of companies started the American Thanksgiving. And then December 1st, it's a free-for-all up until December 31st on social, specifically Instagram. Like, I remember it used to be Facebook. And then it always like Facebook and Twitter, because it wasn't called X then. And then Instagram was on the scene. So companies were doing Instagram kind of. I've seen more TikTok giveaways. A lot of times they're combined with Instagram. So they'll say, hey, on Instagram, hey, head over to our TikTok for an extra entry. So, or vice versa. If you see it on TikTok, they'll say, oh, head over to Instagram. So they're drawing from both platforms, which is interesting. Now here's Soha. Have you not seen the Amazon Prime? Of course, I left my phone way over there. Let me see if I can see it for the US. I know Amazon. Welcome to a live show. I know Amazon in Canada is running it. I just assumed Amazon in the US would be doing the same thing because it's Prime. Amazon. Just let's search for their account. So Amazon US. Oh, I guess you're not. Let me see if it's just on Canada. Oh my gosh, it's just on Amazon Canada. Who knew? Amazon Canada is doing a big giveaway. I just assumed Canada and the US would be doing it because Prime is so huge. Like Amazon is so big in the United States. There's also Amazon Prime. I don't see any giveaways here either. They're talking about October 10 and 11. Well, that's interesting. I thought ours were 9 and 10. Are they doing two different days, 8 and 9? Are they doing two sets of different days in each country? Well, that's very fascinating. That's interesting. Canada's Prime big deals are October 8 and 9. And in the US, we're learning something new in real time. The Amazon Prime deals in the United States are October 10 and 11. So it's 8 and 9 in Canada, 10 and 11 in the States. So will you guys start a giveaway in 2 days from now? Because ours started today, but yours start 2 days later. Dum, dum, dum. That is super interesting. And it's not on Amazon. Like in the US, there's an Amazon Prime and an Amazon account. We shall see what they do. So anyway, that's the Amazon giveaway. That's a mystery. Caroline says, has anyone noticed the amount of toy competitions that have recently started? I haven't noticed them yet here, but yes, they tend to start to do this closer to Christmas. Because if companies are giving prizes away for Christmas, they want to make sure that they get them to the winners. Oh, Bill said no Amazon Prime and no McDonald's Monopoly in the US. Yes, we have McDonald's Monopoly in Canada. I've gotten 6. I bought 2 teas yesterday because I missed a day. And I bought one today. The McDonald's is different in the US and Canada for a couple of reasons. One, you guys had that huge scandal. Watch McMillions if you can find it. I think it was on HBO. And there's a podcast that I listen to on Spotify. I assume it's still there on McMillions. Let's see if it's still on Spotify. It was really good. They had one episode to match each. McMillions. Yeah, there's an audiobook on McMillions. And yeah, there's the McMillions podcast. There it is. So you can listen to that. Yeah, it's still all there. It's all there. You can listen to it. And then, so there was one episode where they interviewed each person to match each episode. It was fascinating. So not only did you see what you saw on TV, you listened to it. And the one thing I really took away from it was you actually have no idea how your actions ripple out. because it was one person that phoned in the tip and the consequences were global. It was amazing. Anyway, McDonald's doesn't host their giveaways, that specific giveaway in the United States anymore, but it is still held in Canada, Australia, and the UK. I don't know if the timing's the same. So Caroline will have to let us know if it's running right now in the US or in Australia. And also, some things are not happening due to scale. So, for example, we have like a little cafe and we sell little donuts and all kinds of things in McDonald's. And my American friends, I did a little video because I'd won all these things in last year McDonald's. And I had somebody get mad at me and say, there's no donuts at McDonald's. So I had to go into McDonald's and show them the signs and show them the donuts and go, yeah, we have them here. And sometimes they don't do things in the US because of economies of scale. So, for example, I believe in the US, now I can't remember where I saw this, but in the US, I believe you don't have blueberry muffins at McDonald's because McDonald's is so large that it would eat up the entire global blueberry, like basically use up all the blueberries in the world just to sell at McDonald's. Like you couldn't get enough blueberries to do blueberry muffins in the United States at McDonald's, so they don't do them. And it is currently running in Australia. There you go. Yep, see, mcdonalds.com.au. And ours is on an app. Like they've changed it too. And this year they made the pieces bigger. And what you do, let me just open the app. And I couldn't get it to work on my phone, so I added it to my iPad and made it work. Okay, play now. Let's see. Let me see. Let's do this. Let's try this. Oops. Let me just try this. We're going to see if I can do a live. So what do I have to do? I'm going to try and do this backwards. So we have, so there's home. So this is the home and we have double play. So what happens is each piece, you know, you peel your little piece and then it tells you what it is. And then you used to have to, especially those of us with like, you have to type out that insane number. It's like, I don't know, 14 digits of numbers and letters. And you used to have to type it in, but that was really hard. So now if you hit add code, it scans it. But we're not scanning now because I don't have a code to scan. So we're going to hit double play, peel now. Oh, I got a drink this time. Last time it was no prize. I have a prize draw in the entry. So I can pick, now I can pick which one I want. So I picked the car on the first one. So my options are a Chevrolet Equinox, a Universal trip, a Leon's $10,000 home package, free groceries for a year from Walmart. Actually might not be a bad price. $10,000 to keep or to donate to the Ronald McDonald House. Boy, that's kind of, you know, because let's face it, I would want to keep the cash, but not donating to a charity feels so sus. A $2,000 Hudson Bay gift card, a pick of 2 Polaris, an Austin Matthews signed jersey, Toronto Maple Leafs, which is interesting that they picked the Toronto Maple Leafs and not any of the other very popular NHL teams in Canada. Or I'm wondering if it knows my geo because of my account, and that jersey changes from province to province. I'm going to have to read the rules for that one. My custom sports chair. They're basic. We call them Muskoka chairs. In the States, they call them Adirondacks. You can get some pickleball paddles from Canada Bundle, $2,000 stainless steel series PC gaming pack, an astronaut tour at the Kennedy Space Center. Now, because it's way down here, I'm going to guess that doesn't have any travel, and a $2,500 Michael's shopping spree. Let's see, do I want to update the house or do we want free groceries for a year or just $10,000 cash. You know what? I'm going to go for the cash. And then I hit submit now. And home. There you go. So that's one. But apparently there's cash prizes every hour. I did not get one. So that's how McDonald's is happening in Canada right now. And then, oh, yeah, exactly, Bill. That's why McRib is seasonal. Otherwise, McDonald's would buy a bowl of pork. I know, it's crazy, right? Like, when you think of that scale, that's kind of insane. So that's why that giveaway is there. Now, since Bill's here and he's in the United States, he also has, he used to run Sweeping Up Sweepstakes, but he just now, because it's too much to run too many channels. Trust me, I know, because I have two. He just does Billy J Travels, Captain Billy J Travels. Bill, put your comment, your link down there, because it's fun. He went on. He also shows the convention, which I still have yet to blog, and I'm working on prizes, and I'm recording in Contact with Other Realms, and I have 4 translated books being proofed. Actually, 3 are. I'm still looking for a 4th proofer. Anyway, so yeah, so there's a lot on my plate. But I still made it to McDonald's today to get some codes. And yeah, it's pretty funny that they're doing this. They're really wanting you to use the app. In the past, now I haven't, literally it started the 1st. I completely forgot about it. I was out somewhere and saw the McDonald's sign on the 2nd and went, oh no, I forgot, I missed a day. And so I went and got a tea. And I had that. Carolyn, your photo story at the my photo story at the convention was awesome. Yeah, what's really funny is here I am being a content creator, and instead of taking video, like photos and videos, I was just doing a lot of photos. And then I realized when I was putting together montages, I was like, oh, really? I'm sometimes not the best content creator, because this should all be video clip, video clip, video clip. Oh, yeah. Bill put up his. So does McDonald's in the United States? Here's my question for any of my American viewers. And we're going to need an answer for Bill, because he's one of my sweeping buddies. Does McDonald's in the United States host any sweepstakes? That's a good question. And obviously they don't have to do the little tabs anymore. And this, by the way, if anybody's wondering, this is what they call a seeded contest. Just like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, you're looking for 1 rare piece or 2 rare pieces. It depends on how many prizes of the big ones are given away in literally millions of packages. So if I go to McDonald's and look up the rules. So let me get the McDonald's Monopoly in Canada. So it actually has, we have it here, and it encourages you to go get the app. So what we have, it's called McPromotions.ca, isn't that? And it says, go get the double play. So how to do the double play is peel on the chance to win a property or an instant win prize. So I could win like something. Then I scan the code, and then I peel in the app for a chance to play for additional prizing. It says, including new cash prize every minute. And then there's draw prizes. So there's instant win. So there's collect to win on pack prizes, which I just read. So collect to win on pack prizes. We just went through all of those. Then the instant win on pack prizes, like what I would peel, there's everything from a $200 gift card to Autograph Authentic, flowers for a year, Genshin Impact Primo Gems in-game item pack code. I guess you have to be playing that game. Crunchyroll Mega Fan. Guild Wars Heroic. So they're really targeting a very specific market. Hudson Bay promotional gift cards from $10, $25, $50. Quieres, because of course you get their McDonald's McCafe coffee. Leon's laundry pair, like there's only 10 of those, right? More custom sports chairs, there's 80 of those, right? A Sunwing vacation for 2, you can instantly win a Sunwing vacation, 25 of them. $50 Walmart gift card, $80,000. $10,000 cash instantly, like you can find one, 10, right? And then you can win rewards points. Instant app prizes are a lot of gift cards, rewards points, food, and then the draw prizes. So the draw prizes. So let me see. Let me go back. So I made a mistake. There's collect to win on prize packs. So for example, there's 5 cars to be found. And there's vanilla gift cards. And there's you can use these to get into draws, but you can also collect to win prizes. So there's like 4 ways to win. But I'll give you an example, the official rules. And these are crazy long. But I'll give you the odds. They do put the odds in here. And I'm just like, I am scrolling. I wonder how many pages. Okay, I'm looking for, so for example, to win a $10 McDonald's gift card, you're 1 in 8,000 and I just lost it, 677. But some of them are the odds to win the big prize, like the car. Okay, so for example, here's the odds. To win the car, your odds are 1 in 21,690,395 to win the car. The odds of winning a Polaris is 137,627,527. How are those odds worse? My odds of winning the car are better than winning the Polaris? That's interesting. To win a trip for 4 to the Space Center is 1 in 91,745,018. Like, you really, to win $25,000 cash, your odds of winning are 1 in 339,439,206. So yeah, so buying a lottery tickets might give you some better odds than finding one of the seeded prizes in the McDonald's rules. And they're going to have 4 sets of prizes, so it's kind of crazy there. Okay, so Ghostwriter wants to know, what's the greatest thing you've ever won, and what did it teach you before and even after manifesting it? Okay, so I have 3 answers to my greatest prizes. So my first is my favorite, was when we won a trip to London, and we got to spend a weekend in London, and we went to the Harry Potter set. Now it's open to the public, right? There's a whole theme park. But this was like when it was just a set, they were still filming. They were only on film number 4. So they were about to start number 5. 4 was being promoted. So it was a giveaway as part of the big promotions. So we were on set. Of course, it was still studios. So it was so much fun to go for the weekend. So that's one of my favorites. Another one is I got to meet Sting, totally priceless. The most expensive thing we won was a trip to the Olympics. Now, I'm not like Helene. Helene, and also the hobby has changed drastically since when Helene did it. like night and day. She couldn't do what she did back then now. Like when I took the Silva method in Connecticut and I was talking to Ken Cassia, he told me something that I hadn't heard even from Dyke himself, that the family would sit around the table and fill out hundreds of 3x5s to mail in for the giveaways. You can't do that now. If a giveaway is, before they used to mail them out and do things like that. But now it's one entry per person per day for some of them, or one entry per person. In the old days, when they were getting hundreds of mail sacks, if you sent in 5 entries over the entire course of the giveaway, they would probably never find your second, third, or fourth entry. With computers, you can't do that, right? You enter and that's it. And you can try and cheat, but there's like all these programs that stop that. I've had companies call me and say, hey, do you know this person? They put 20,000 entries into this giveaway. I'm like, yeah, I don't know them. And they delete everything and they're not in the draw. So I wasn't manifesting. And also she was very specific. She says, I want to win this prize. And I'm like, I'm going to enter all this stuff. I don't know which one I'm going to win. I like all of it. I'll just see what shows up. I treat it more like Christmas. She says I'm splitting my energy. I disagree. I think 2 things can be true. It's how I enjoy the hobby, right? I like to enter all the different things. If I just said I'm going to win this trip and just entered that one thing, to me, that wouldn't be any fun at all. What is the fun in that? Yeah, I would love to win the trip, but to me, that's not the hobby. The hobby is trying this and learning that and figuring something out. And like, I couldn't get this to work on my phone, so I had to figure out, how do I make it work? I like that. That's part of the hobby. I'm doing these little videos and I'm peeling them. Am I actually going to win something? Am I going to win something when I peel this? Right? Like, I don't know. I could. It's possible. It's happened before. It can happen again. Right? So I don't actually look at it as, oh, I'm manifesting this. I don't treat my hobby the same way. And I just have fun with it. Because to me, that's what the hobby's all about. It's to sit and enter for an hour and just dream on all the different things you can win, and then getting a notification and having some fun. So I wouldn't say it's the same. I didn't learn anything specific from winning my big prizes because, to me, it's just an adventure. And I like winning tickets and things to stuff that I wouldn't go to normally. Like, I remember winning tickets to the Toronto FC soccer. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but of course I'm going to go. I want to check this out. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see the excitement. I want to experience it. I won tickets. Apparently, Canada, you might not know this, has a second national sport. That's lacrosse. We actually have Toronto Rocks. It's a lacrosse team. They play professional lacrosse. Won tickets to that. Won 4 tickets. 4 of us went out, watched a lacrosse game. That was fun. Never would normally do that. So I like it because it gives me a chance to experience things that I wouldn't get to do in everyday life. And that's how I approach it. But again, that's the beauty of the hobby. Every single one of us can approach it differently and have an enjoyable experience. That's the point. Okay, so Bill says, McDonald's has only 2 sweeps in 24. Hamburglar watch sweepstakes at McDonald's for 832 in Arch. What an odd amount. That must be a very specific number of hamburgers because it's the Hamburglar. That was in February. And then last spring, summer, McDonald's Grandma McFlurry sweepstakes for the Singing Serenade from Jay Wheeler. That is a very odd prize. Do any of the other chains still hold their peel or roll up giveaways? So we had Tim Hortons here used to do roll up the rim to win. And I remember actually someone in our town rolled the car. Like rolled the rim up and won the car. So it made all the news in town, of course, because they only give out 10 of them. Or was it 20? They give out a fair number considering. Anyway, the 1 year, so it's been bought. So Tim Hortons isn't Canadian owned anymore. It was bought by a US conglomerate. And so they had the roll up the rim in February 1 year, and we had terrible weather here. There was so many snowstorms across the country that the coffee sales went down because people weren't going out of their house. So coffee sales went down. So this contest wasn't very successful, according to whatever metrics the marketing department, like corporate or the agency running it, deemed it to be successful. So they said, okay, you know what? We're going to move it forward and get a little bit out of the snow season, because for years it was run in February. Like, I don't know how many years. I could probably look that up. So it moved to middle end of March. So the storm year was 2019. They moved it to the middle of March of 2020. And we all know what happened in the middle of March 2020. Everything shut down. So now they have like 35 million printed cups and no one can leave their house. So they scrambled and changed it to roll up to win and created an app. And they've just improved it every year since then. So now you scan when you buy a coffee, you get a chance to roll, and then it looks like a cup and you hear and it rolls up and you can see if you won something. And so many people were so angry. My senior dad doesn't have a cell phone, and how can he? Well, he just doesn't enter. Bill says, I haven't seen any peel games from any of the fast food chains. Everything is online now, using receipts and ordering through their apps. Yeah, that was the other thing that they did take away on the McDonald's one, is that if you ordered on the app, you were in a weekly draw for the McDonald's to encourage you to order on the app. But I guess because they have the 4 forms of prizing, so collect to win, instant win on physical tabs. Then they have instant win in the app. So you roll appeal again, but in the app you could instantly win something. And if you don't, you take your draw and you can put it in for another chance to win. So you have every piece gives you 4 chances to win. That's actually pretty good when you think about it. But again, you have to be eating McDonald's to get it. You have to, go there and get things to that. And yeah, we talked about it all shifting to receipts, because that's where Canada Dry went to receipts this year. And there's still some codes floating around. So we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, here's the other one. With sweepstakes that have multiple keywords to enter, like Miller Lite, do you recommend using the same keyword or use different ones when entering? I personally would use different ones. If they have a bunch, if they have like 10 of them, I would, you have to read the rules. Like, is it 1 entry per keyword, or can you use the same keyword every day? If you can use the same keyword every day, I would rotate through all 10 keywords, only because that's me. But again, this is where the rules are the number one thing I tell people to do. Always read the rules, because you can read something in the rules. Like, for example, I've been buying lottery tickets and they have a secondary draw. And if my tickets don't win, I usually put them in the bin. And I've been doing that. And then on the 3rd week, I was like, wait a minute. I bet you they need to confirm you actually have the ticket. So I went back through the rules and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually have to keep the ticket. So here I am digging through the recycle bin in my office. It's only paper, so it's not bad. And I'm finding all the lottery tickets I threw away. Because I'm finding with the codes, like I had one on my desk. Now I think it's buried under the accounting. Oh no, here it is. Like the codes, when you have these codes, I've been doing codes like this for, I don't know, since my daughter was little, so like 20 years. And I've never been asked to prove that I bought it. Like I had the actual code. Yeah, it's good to know about the lottery tickets. Read the rules on the second chance drawings with lottery tickets, because you may have to keep the losing scratcher or whatever it is. Can you imagine winning and then not having the ticket? That would be awful. Oh, I've done this. I saw today that I had to scan the receipt for the Pringles within 2 weeks. Missed it by 1 day. Dang it. And I did a silly sweepstakes mistake. I was going to do a video on this. So I've been doing all of these microscopic codes on the monster tabs. And they're doing one. And what you have to do, actually, I should do it now to show you guys. Because it's like, it was so annoying that I did this. I couldn't believe I made this mistake. I was so frustrated. Like, are you kidding me? I should know better. So I have a whole series on TikTok called Silly Sweepstakes Mistake. I think I'm up to number 39. I have a whole series. And I think I screwed up the number counting at one point because I have made so many silly mistakes. And you think I would know better, right? Okay, so right now they're doing a win to California. So you have to put in your phone number. And then if you don't enter within 24 hours, it's going to ask to give you a verification code. So I copy it to the clipboard and then I get in. So now you see I have 14 entries, but I've put in 15 codes. And here's why. So I'm going to enter this code. Now what I do sometimes when the codes are this tiny, I used to work in printing and I used to sell HP toner for, you see what it says? LaserJet 3. That's how old I am. And what we used to do was we used to take the loop and show customers that when they looked at their printing, you could see how smooth our toner was compared to others. But I always kept it, and it comes in handy because I'll put the code on my hand and I can look like that because it is like, look how tiny it is. Try and read that. So sometimes I do that. Sometimes I can squint it out. But honestly, it's easier just to read it through the loop. This is one of those junk things that you think somebody would throw out. See, print quality that stands up under magnification. So you enter that. Now, the code, I have the option to pick one of these instant prizes. I've been picking the travel bag. So I can get Supercross apparel, travel bag, a helmet, or a fridge with Monster, right? Oh, yeah. Purchasing products and then procrastinating until after the promotion is finished is horrid. Oh, yes. Oh, hi, Amy. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, I've done that. That's in the playlist. So I've been wanting to win the travel bag because I think I would actually use it. So then it says, I don't know if you can see that. You're about to spend one code on the chance to win daily instant prizing. So then I'll hit confirm. And then it goes to this. And then I scratch it. Sorry, try again. Now, here's the problem that I've been doing. I just left this screen the other day. But you know what I didn't hit? Next. Because when you hit next, now it gives you that entry. So you see now I'm up to 15. So I entered the code, didn't win the instant prize, didn't bother getting myself into the grand prize. Basically, wasted the second chance on the code. Seriously? So that was silly sweepstakes mistake number, I don't know, 39, since I've been recording them for the general public to see that, yes. Yeah, I know. And Tom has told me, Tom, if I win, he's told me he's made mistakes like that. Obviously, Caroline has done it too. Oh, Solka said, yeah, I thought I had read the rules, but must not have read them thoroughly. Yep. Yep, I've done that. Oh, use the magnifier on your cell. Well, it's kind of hard when I'm entering it on my cell. Because it's a lot of these giveaways are more, they want you to enter on your mobile phone. They don't want you entering on your laptop or your laptop or your just any computer. Now, what I found is sometimes when stuff doesn't work, I've used my iPad. Amy wants to know how the book's coming along. It's coming along just fine, along with 5 other books. And my accounting and whatever else I'm doing, all my teaching. It'll be out because it is 2024. And the first book came out in 2008 and the second book came out in 2016. And this one will have the 2024 imprint on it. So it's coming along just fine. And this weekend, I won't be working on it because I'm taking the Silva Manifesting course, which is really exciting because this very specific course is only taught by literally a handful of people in the world. And this woman, Janine, has come up from Australia to teach it. And she was already in Connecticut teaching. And she will be in Toronto this weekend. So I'm very excited to meet her. And of course, I wasn't thinking of taking it, but then when I was doing the Silva Method this summer in Toronto, Stephen Dobosh, who runs Silva Canada, said to me, aren't you the queen of manifesting? You really should be taking the Silva Manifesting course. And I was like, yeah, he's right. So I signed up. And I'm taking Silva Mastery in December. So it's going to be fun. Yes, Amy says she can hardly wait to Arkansas. Now, if you're just tuning in and don't know what's happening in Arkansas next year is the host of the 2025 Annual National Sweepstakes Convention. And the year after that, it's going back to Arizona. So there's going to be a lot of travel involved. Now, I plan to drive to Arkansas and maybe do some pit stops like Wendy Garrett, who does Wendy's Coffee House and she has a really cool podcast. She lives in Missouri, which is on the way kind of. And so I was thinking what I would do is I would come down and visit her and then come like super early and then either do the convention and visit Helene's granddaughter, hang out with her because she's near Little Rock, or vice versa, do the convention, like see her and then do the convention, or vice versa. And then since I'm already all the way down there, I'm only had a day's drive, go down and see Dyke Hadsel because he's 75 and, aging. I don't know how long he'll be with us. I mean, he could live another 25 years or he could leave tomorrow. I don't know. So I'll go and see him because I don't know how many chances I'll have. So I'll take all the chances I can get and then come back. And I always like to stop near Nashville because I have my friends that are in Nashville. Oh my gosh. Robert says, I've been entering the Mandarin Buffet sweepstakes. Must have gained a few pounds. Actually, that's one of the reasons I am only buying tea at McDonald's and nothing else, even though I enjoy their fries and I enjoy their McMuffins and I enjoy their hash browns because I've been getting uncomfortable lately. And so I have rejoined WW and I've already lost 5 pounds. I didn't lose them because I don't want to find them again. I've released 5 pounds. I let it go and never to return because I'm not looking for them. And So that's one way to get around it, right? I'm buying a medium or a large tea, which is like 1 point on my, and I think if I do if I get their latte with sugar-free vanilla, I think that's only like 4 points or something. So I can treat myself if I want a latte, and I still get the points. And that's the other thing. If you go into the app, they're really good in that. Oop, I'm dying here, battery. I can't show you. Let me get my plug. I just wonder, why is my phone so dark? Oh, it's at 5%. That's why. So if you go in the app, oh, that's not the right one. I group my apps. I have groups. This one's called Food and Drink. So I put all my food apps in there. And so if I open McDonald's, and maybe later, I don't want to play yet. So I get it and I want to order. So if I go to the order screen, and so if you see here, the burgers, oops. You see the burgers? 2 have the little Monopoly Man, and that one doesn't. So those 2 will give me points, and that one won't, right? So you can see easily, like chicken and fish, these all do. Okay, other. So if I go to drinks, so I go to hot drinks, premium coffee has. Now, tea doesn't have, but if I tap on it and it's medium, it shows a little guy. But if I go to small, there's no little guy. But if I go to large or extra large, I will get the tickets. So you can just easily see if you are going to get, oh, they don't have the lattes anymore, I don't think. Cold drinks, bakery, sweet, yeah, they don't do them anymore. See, I don't go that often to notice that they have taken away the specialty drinks. I will try not to get sick a couple of days before the convention. My husband stated that I sounded like Minnie Mouse. That's very funny. Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You have to see. Oh, great to see. Oh, great to see you're still in touch with Helene's family. Curious if her family had adopted and continued her work. No, I'm the one doing it. Dyke sold it to me because he was the president. So how that worked was he was the president of Delta Sciences. And so when she passed, he was still selling her books, like whatever he had in inventory. If somebody mailed him I don't know, whatever she had, the $12, he mailed them the book. And I have some of those. They're not in great, like some of them are in good shape, but some of them are a little worse for wear. I have the rest of her inventory, which at some point I'm going to offer up for sale because I don't want to hang on to it. But I don't have time to update the website. So the first thing I'm selling on my website directly is the Instant Money audio program that I bought from Tag. So I have 4 more programs that I still have to get up there. But I need to finish prizes first. And I don't want to, I'm already fluffing around with other things enough that I have to do that I'm keeping as many projects down the line. That's why I said I have enough stuff to keep me busy till 2026. Yes, prizes with a cash value. We're going to send Caroline fairy dust because she's in Australia and we want her to come to Arkansas. Oh, and Laura's coming too. Oh, it's going to be fun to see that. Anyway, that's all I have for today because no one else sent in any questions. And it's just fun to talk sweepstakes because, let's face it, people, it is the best hobby in the whole world. And I'm off to Silva Manifesting. So I will be doing some live streaming afterwards about my experiences with that on my other channel, Words for Winning, on TikTok. And then I've been putting them up to YouTube. So yeah, I wear 2 crowns. So check that out. I also have some exciting future guests coming up on the 18th. And now I can't pre-schedule these until so I can't put this one up until the 12th because of how Facebook is. But I'm interviewing Jay Victor, who is doing the Official Rules podcast, and his voice is so nice. And I was thinking about this. I never kept up my podcast because I didn't understand how to do some of the things that he's doing at the time. Because remember, I had a podcast in 2008. It ran to 2010. Like, I was podcasting before it was cool. And one, I wasn't a great interviewer. We all improve with time. I'm a much better interviewer now. And the technology has gotten much better. And the other thing was, like, I didn't have as many tools. Like, for example, I hadn't put the books together yet. Like, I still had an American edition and a Canadian edition. Like, How to Win Cash, Cars, Trips, and More is both basically the second edition of both Canada and the US, because I was able to smush them together. Because a lot of the books the same, like, why do companies run sweepstakes? Well, that's the same. How not to get yourself disqualified. Well, that's the same. The only changes between Canada and the US is lingo. Like, you say sweepstakes, we say contest. Resources, like, we use contestcanada.net and you guys use, sweep sheet. There's different resources. And then Americans pay taxes on prizes. We don't, but the opportunity to win in the States is much greater. Like, Tom has won in dollar value more than twice what I have in a shorter period of time because of the availability of prizes in the US compared to Canada. Right? That nearly came out of nowhere. And so maybe I'll take a sip of lemon water. I won the mug. I won the tumbler. I was so happy. And then I thought, you know what? I see all these people put stickers. So I put all my own stickers. I've got, I am lucky. There is no failure, only delay in the results. Spec it, right? I did this one, winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then that one has my name in case I'm somewhere and they don't know it's me. Hello. So I can get it back. I know Bill has booked 4 cruises, maybe 5. Of course, he can't come to the convention. Win the Powerball, quit your job, come to the convention. $250,000 for you. That would be fun. Thanks, Rebecca. Enjoyed your live Q&A. Thanks for your time. Always learning new things. So yeah, I didn't understand at that point. I hadn't even smashed the books together to create one. I didn't understand how to talk about the hobby because to me it was so visual. Like, when I teach a class and I'm using Zoom and someone says, I don't understand how to fill out this form, I'm able to pull up the form, share the screen, walk them through it. And when they see it, they're like, oh, that's what I didn't understand. Like, it's so much easier. But how would I explain something like that on a podcast? Like, I didn't understand how to do that kind of thing. But good, Bill. Bill's bought some Powerball. So, that would be good. Oh, excellent, Robert. 50,000 in prizes. Whoa, 17.5 in cash and cards. Nice. Yeah, I won. I love all the I do very well in the locals. Like, Friday, I won 2 tickets to go see Billboard Greatest Hits here at the Regent Theater in Oshawa. Right? So that's really good. There was one from Q107. Oh, I wonder if I don't think we won that one. We had 10% of the entries because it was Our Lady Peace was playing in Oshawa. It was an Instagram giveaway. and they were going to do the draw today by 5. Let me see. Let me look at the accounts. Maybe I have a winning notification. No, I did not win that one. I'm sure I would have been tagged by the radio station or something. Nope. Okay, not me. Let's see if George won. That's the other thing. You always have to check your notifications and your messages. No, nothing here. But also, when you're here, also look at requests, tap on it, and then there's hidden requests. And I check those too. Now, I haven't had anything there. It's usually all spam, but I check just in case, because what if, right? It's always that one that you don't check, that's the one. So you got to be checking those every day. Anyway, Jay is fantastic at his format for the podcast and how he set it up. And then he has a freaking great voice for podcasts or radio. Like, he's got that nice deep voice. Anyway, I'm so excited. I invited him on with the Contest Queen. So he's going to be a guest, and I'm working on interviewing someone that won the HGTV house. What? That is like the holy grail of all sweepstakes in the United States. And I am going to be interviewing someone that won it and talking about her whole experience and her hobby. What? So stay tuned. I'm so excited about that one. And then doing guests over on Words for Winning too. I know. Wow. Right. When she sent me the video, like she had posted the video on her socials, and she tagged me in it, and she sent it to me, and I was like, what? You won the house? She's like, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. And that's the thing, right? Like, the odds of winning that are really high. I think the last stat I had is there's something like 163 million entries go in every year for the HGTV house. And I bet you it's higher since COVID, because more people are trying giveaways. So it's like, what? 1 in 175 million? But someone has to win. So why not you? Right? Anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about. So I'm trying to get her on this month too. So I have like several interviews coming up this month, and then my chats at the end of the month, plus all my classes. Oh, and have you entered to win a seat at my Sweepstakes Masterclass yet? Because the contest started on Wednesday, and it's going to be held on the 22nd at 8:00. So I think I made it end on the 17th or 18th. So then I would let everybody know on the 19th for the 22nd. And I just do one email. I put everybody in blind carbon copy, BCC, and with the link to the class, and I send it out. And so many people don't come. So many people miss. This is how I know people aren't winning. People say to me, I don't know why I'm not winning giveaways. And I'm thinking, I can tell you why you don't win. Here are things that I have found that people aren't doing right. One, they don't type in their email address right, which is one of the reasons you should be using RoboForm, or at the very least autocomplete in your browser, because the emails that were entered into the giveaway bounced back as non-deliverable. I had 2 of those, which means they didn't type it in right, which means I notified them that they won a prize, but so what else are they missing out on? People not checking their email. You know how many people messaged me after the fact of the class and said, oh, I didn't check my email. I missed this. Can I come to the next one? I give people one more chance. But if you didn't reply to win the car, you don't get it. So you need to be checking your email every day for prizes. And I know, yeah, right. And then, oh, Amy, congratulations. She won a Yeti tumbler. Oh my gosh, they're so nice. I've never won a Yeti. Congratulations. And, oh no, I lied. I did win 2 Yeti wine tumblers years ago from an apple cider company. But I don't have a proper tumbler. So people aren't entering their contest information right. They aren't checking their emails. And then other people aren't reading the rules, because then they would message me and go, oh, it's on Tuesday? Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm busy. Can I come to the next one? If you want tickets to go see, I don't know, Taylor Swift singing in town on this date, and you're busy, she's not waiting for you. That's the show. You go or you don't go. You have to look at your calendar when you're entering sweepstakes. I did not enter a lot for August because I was at the sweepstakes convention, and then I went to silver training, and I was here only for a few days, and then I went back to a different silver training. I was gone for 3 out of the 4 weeks of the month. So all the ones that have, hey, go tickets to go see this, and you have trip here, and no, I didn't enter any of them because I knew I wasn't available. So check your calendar. The next masterclass that you could win to is the 22nd, Amy. So write it on your calendar. I do give out 25 seats, and it's only ever half full because people don't come, and I don't understand why. Why do you enter and then not participate? That's the other thing I don't understand. So that's 4 things. And then people say, I don't understand why I'm not winning. I know why. That's all going to be in the book about why you're not winning. So you have to do all these little things. And people think it's just as simple as, oh, I fill out this form and forget about it. But there's so many little steps along the way that make a difference between winning and losing. On that note, like my video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any awesome advice. And later this month, we're going to be on track, and hopefully we will have a slew of questions like I normally do in advance of the show that I can answer for everyone. In the meantime, it was fun doing more of a chat than a Q&A because I love teaching people how to win.